Oh no! We are not coming back that way. Uh-oh. That was a close one. There's a Krokma. Dun, 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 dun. Boom. What are you? Shrine of a Krokma? So is that like permanently or what? There you go. Because maybe I should have been going to these shrines more often. If they're like permanent. I thought it was just like a buff. Well, we'll check later. Then maybe we'll go wander around the first couple zones, hit some of those shrines. You know what I mean? Because if I'm totally unshrined, it would explain why I've had such a tough time. Hey, look, I tell you. Is this a throne? Hey, look, a throne. It is my throne. My throne. What a winding path, eh? What the heck was that? Brother, what are you doing? Ah. Ooh, another brim shade. Owned it! Wrecked it! One-shot it! Told it, who's your daddy? Stone Warden's vault. We like vaults. Okay. Why is it always you don't have the right? Some titanium. Fought? Oh, that's just 3. Bottomless. You lit me on fire. I'm boarding. I'm boarding. Frost shard. Frostbitten skin. How interesting. It's not exactly what you would imagine. What? Oh, yeah. What is happening here? Okay. Wow. I didn't really get to check down there. Like I wanted. I guess we'll check it again when we go back to the Stone Warden's vault. Can always go back. Except for, what is this place, dude? Okay, we're going up. A druidic shrine. We can go ahead and do that. We got a cowl. Alright. The shrines are permanent bonuses. Man, I should have been using this entire time. Wow, okay. It's the Theud.
Greetings, walker in the weirdness. Your presence heralds the end of our vigil. The Theud tribe longs to dream Mother's dream. It is our greatest desire, our deepest happiness. Mother told Senja, schooled sister, when the one who walks in the weirdness arrives, then your time will come, my children. You will fall into the sleep, and we will be together forever. Everyone aids Senja in her dreaming, except Chieftain Ingvi and your humble servant, Schooled. Because of this, Mother's grace flows upon us all, and Senja's sleep remains strong and true. Yes, walker in the weirdness. Thanks to you, they will fall into true sleep. May Mother's light shine upon the moment of your arrival. Mother is everywhere. You can see her image there, towering over our lands. We long to surrender to her. In her warm embrace, we will find eternal shelter. School is not worthy to reveal Mother's secrets, not even to the walker in the weirdness. If Chieftain Ingvi decides to tell the walker more, then it shall be done.
Okay. Ooh. I wonder if they're even expecting anyone to come this way. Like, look at this. This is probably how they get stuff up and down the mountain. These crystal outcrops are pretty cool too. Just yoinking all their supplies. It's fine, they're going to sleep anyway. A button. A stash. Fantastic. Critical hits restore 20% mana. This is a pretty good set, dude. Pretty good. Pretty good set. Archdruid's Amulet. Crit damage by 20%, max mana by 20%, and spell power. It's a really good amulet too. Dang. Caustic Wrath. Wow. Archdruid Breeches. Volker Clan Ring. Wow. We get extra mana that way too. What are you? Floppa! Really? Look at that one. Oops. The sleep that never comes. I wonder how they procreate.
You are here, walker in the weirdness. Your arrival heralds change. I am Ingvi. May my stature not surprise you. For the Theud, it is what you bring to the tribe that matters. I bring myself, my skills, and my devotion. I am my tribe's servant. I've heard the voice, but I cannot answer its call. The members of the Theud tribe are preparing to fall into sleep, and it is my duty to ensure their safety while they do. The Gunvalder tribe did the same. They worshipped their giant too. We believe King Arthur entrusted us with his crown for a reason. There's always been a special bond between the Delrida and the giants, going back to the Age of Legends. That's not widely known, but we have our own theory. We believe Arthur bound his essence to the crown, which allowed him to communicate with the giants and gain their allegiance. However, you can't bind your essence to another being without mastering the weirdness first. That's why we believe Arthur must have uncovered the secrets of the weirdness, unlocking the mysteries of the Fordwellers long before he forged his allegiance with the giants. Perhaps he was the only man who could speak to the giants as an equal. But how could we find out now? The king is dead, and he's not coming back. This is our last chance to make a difference. We need to trust Mother. We sleep to dream the Mother's dream. It is sacred to the Theud. Until now, only Senya has dreamed, and before her, a long line of devoted and sensitive Theud warriors. Through the dream, we commune with our guardian giant, the one we call Mother. Now Mother wishes for all of us to join her. She promises to protect us from the weirdness. I will keep watch until everyone enters the land of the dreaming. Once they fall into sleep, I'll decide whether or not to join them. I may simply become a nameless, tribeless Delrida. I did not say that. I'm only saying I haven't made my final decision yet. Mother promises that the strength of the Theud's united dreaming will repel the weirdness and encompass the entire Forlorn swords. By embracing the dream, the Theuds will protect not only themselves, but all of the Delrida too. The Theuds have long believed the world is heading towards self-destruction, and we are now on the brink of the end times. If there is a way to prevent that, we will do everything in our power to make it so.
It's kind of interesting how these guys are trying to prevent their end times, while it feels like normal society is trying to bring that upon.
We became certain the moment you set foot in our lands. Your arrival was foretold by Mother. She said that when the Walker in the Weirdness arrives, it will be time to fall into the sleep. Through our dream, we will save ourselves from the end of days.
I have a feeling I know how it works.
You are the Walker in the Weirdness. You can do far more than we ever could. We have tried everything. Magic, diplomacy. Some of us even joined One Eye's rebellion. But it wasn't enough. We needed Mother to show us the way. She said that only by joining her dream in another realm can we truly affect the reality we know. We are not sure, but we have faith. It has to be enough. How do you think you can help us? Can you do more than walk the weirdness? Can you walk through dreams too? If that's the case, I won't stop you from entering. Mother will decide if you're of use to her. But don't you dare harm her, even if you can. If you do, you'll have the entire Theud tribe against you. That much I'm sure of. As you wish, Walker in the Weirdness. I won't make any decisions about the dreaming until you return with answers. Or the will of the Mother.
Alright. A little progress at least. Scones. How do I cook so much and still not get a level? Weird deer stew. Well, I'm not gonna worry about it. With these better up, like with these, it makes it not so much of a big deal. We'll get there eventually. I really am collecting a whole bunch of money though. We're gonna go have to buy a house. So how do I... at least it's pretty straightforward. Let's go do this trial real quick. Talk to the Theuds. May need to save our king too. You know, just in case. Yoo-hoo! Ah. Rose? Okay. Do we go get one? Ah.
Walker in the weirdness. What draws you to this place where stone and life entwine? Speak, and let the truth in your heart fill the silence. Thrigva. His corruption spreads like a poison, choking the life from all it touches. If you wish to stand against him, you must show me that you honor life, even as you prepare to battle death. Bring me the fragile. Flowers, the symbol of life's beauty and brevity. Prove that you understand what you fight to protect, and I will grant you the strength you seek.
Okay. We can do that. We gotta go get some flowers. In the Dreamland Road. You gotta smack that booty. Ow.
You have shown me your heart, mortal, and it is steady and true. Take this blessing, forged in both bloom and ash, a fragment of what was and what will endure. May it shield you in your darkest moments, and remind you of what you fight to protect. Go with my blessing, child, and let life flourish where you walk.
Those are flowers? Okay. Huh. Maybe I'll find a way to unlock it. In the weirdness. In the weirdness. Huh.
It gladdens school to see you here, for it means we draw ever closer to Solomon. Behold the dreaming, our true home. Walker in the weirdness. As I greeted you in the waking world, so do I welcome you once more.
Interesting.
When your arrival ended the vigil, the dreaming began. The final phase of our dreaming is Sonder. Sonder is the moments when we shall become one with Mother's dream, forever entwined. Sonder is also a place, deep within the lowest layers of the dreaming. There, at last, we will be safe, far from the world ensnared by the weirdness. The world that withers is no home to us. It is a fleeting mirage where nothing holds, nothing remains. There all crumbles, without meaning, without end. But the dreaming is eternal, and it has a purpose. The deepest of all layers, Sonder. Envy believes you may unravel the burdens that weigh upon some of the Theud. Without freeing them from these burdens, they cannot enter Mother's chamber, where each of us must drift into ever deeper dreaming, until at last we reach Sonder. Life, unfulfilled duties, feelings that tether the soul, keeping it from sinking into the dreaming's embrace. Each of us carries burdens. Once, we of Theud would end our vigil and return to wakefulness, striving to cast off these burdens through life itself. But your arrival ended the vigil. It began the dreaming, and Theud may no longer live, not unless such is Mother's will. Ingvi's burden is to guard the village of Theud, to safeguard Mother, and to ensure that all members of the Theud tribe journey towards Sonder. She awaits the right sign. When it comes, only then will she choose her fate.
Okay. They even have supplies in the dream. I was gonna say, it kind of reminds me of the Emerald Dream, in a way. Hello, Theud.
You, don't just stand there. Help me find Vilekin. I know that filthy swine is hiding somewhere around here. We have to find him. A filthy beast. A mongrel who tried to put his hands where they didn't belong. Oh, how I wish I had cut them off when I had the chance. But he fled. And now he's entered the vigil and I will not let him go any further. If he dares try to harm her again, I swear... Senya! I swore to protect her. But I failed. I chased Vilekin from her bedside, then from the tribe. But he still managed to worm his way into the vigil. I need to find him. As long as he's out there, Senya will never be safe. And I will never be able to join her in Sonder. Because I saw him. I tried to give chase, but he's surprisingly good at slipping away in this place. He cannot be allowed into Sonder. There is no place for the likes of him among the dreaming. His very presence would be like poison. Good. Bring me his head so I can finally dream in peace.
Walker, in the weirdness. You're here. I need to speak with Yngvi. But ever since the dream began, I can't leave this place. She must hear this before it's too late. That's exactly the problem. Sonder is a trap. No one can go there. Especially not Yngvi. Please, I'm begging you. You have to help us. The Giant Mother, the one we believe to be Mather, wants us to become her children, to surrender ourselves to her care. But why did we ever assume she was Mather? Our Mother Goddess was a warrior. She gave us the strength to stand against adversity, to unite against those who seek to destroy the Dalriada. And what is this dream, if not turning our backs on our kin? On the other tribes who still fight? Are we to crawl under Mother's skirt while the world burns? Sonder is an escape, and now I see it clearer than ever. If we flee into Sonder instead of standing and fighting, we're no longer Dalriada. There is no honor in this. We are on the verge of losing everything. Our identity as Theud, our very souls. I don't know if it'll be enough, but you have to try. Tell Yngvi that Rune reminds her of the duty of every Dalriada. We stand and fight. We don't run. The Giant Mother is not Mother. She's nothing but a weak, selfish wretch who would see the Theud destroyed. I know my plea must sound desperate. If you grant my request, I'll enter Sonder. I'll be thrown into it whether I want it or not. But if that is the only way to save the tribe, then I will do it. I will sacrifice myself for them.
What, brother?
Behold, Walker, this is one of Mother's earthly faces. She watches over us now in the dreaming, as she once did in the waking world. I believe Mather watches your path with great intent, as do I.
Look who it is!
Have you found him? Oh, thank Mother. Senya is finally... Thank you. Wait, who are you? Walker in the weirdness. You? Oh, thank Mother. That means the vigil will soon end, and we will all be together. And I will see Senya again. I do. I swore to watch over her in her sleep, and it has been an honor, but I miss her presence. I miss the sound of her voice. She's so still when she dreams. I wish she would smile again. Have a good sleep, I guess. Thank you, Walker in the weirdness. Now that wretch is finally gone, I surely will.
You are the walker in the weirdness. You walk where few dare. I don't feel worthy of asking for your help. I need help. Not for myself, but for those I have failed. My mate Sidara, my friend Bodil, and I went to the Giant's Barrow. We sought knowledge, a sign that we still walked toward Mother's dream. But what we found instead was ruin. Bodil, our companion, did not return. And Sidara, the White's touch took hold of her. She's no longer herself, not truly. Find Bodil. End his suffering. And Sidara, she still sleeps, but her soul cannot rest. They must be freed from this curse. Then, at last, we will have peace. We will join Mother in her sleep. Bodil's earthly vessel might still be in the White's lair. As for Sidara, she sleeps in our hut, beside me. I feel her. So close yet so distant. Please, bring back my loved ones. Free their souls. Then, maybe we can find ourselves again. Join the Mother.
Like, all of these guys and their issues are outside of the dream. You're the last one.
Ho ho ho, you're here. Munvarth knew you'd come, even before we headed to the Mother's Chamber. To the Mother's Chamber, where we'll dream forever. Munvarth says great black ships that devour the sky will take us there. But I don't know if that's true. He makes things up sometimes. Like that time he told me he'd brought me a giant's tooth. Turned out to just be a regular old walnut shell. They call me Yarnsfer, because that's my name, Yarnsfer. So that's why they call me that. Makes sense, doesn't it?
You do.
He's my friend. My raven friend.
Ah.
I mean, he's a raven. Feathers, wings, a beak, all the raven things. And he's the reason I'm worried.
Ah.
Well, not really him, actually. It's my stupid head. Always forgetting things. Before I entered the Mother's dream, I told myself, Yarnsver, remember to let Munvarth out.
Ah.
And, of course, I forgot. damned useless head. I'd rip it off my shoulders and toss it into the abyss if I could. Yeah, he talks to me a lot, and sometimes he says things that make me really wonder how he even knows them. When I asked him, he just said it's a Raven secret. But funny thing, he only talks when it's just the two of us. If anyone else is around, he clams up like a corpse. Not a chance. The voice in my head sounds like me. Like if I think of something, I hear it the way I say it. Like now, I can hear it just fine. Munvarth, though, he speaks differently. More like a caw, kind of. I mean, with real words, because I don't understand Raven talk. But his voice is raspier. His cage. And the cage is back at my house. But not here. On the other side. You know, in the waking world. Because we're in a dream right now, right? Sometimes I mix it up and forget where I even am. It's this stupid head of mine, I swear. If Munvar stays in that cage, he'll starve to death. I left him food, but not enough to last a lifetime. Well, I mean, it'll last a lifetime. Just a short one. You don't have to rub it in. I already feel bad enough. Not only did I leave him, but as long as I carry this worry, I can't go deeper into the dream. Okay. I will. I do it myself, but I can't go back anymore. For Theud's, dreams are a one-way journey. Both Munvarth and I would be forever grateful. Here, this is the key to his cage. It works like any key. Just stick it in the lock and turn it. I hope I can travel back to the waking world. And please, make sure to apologize to Munvarth for me.
Okay. So we've been sitting in here just thinking, oh man, I should have done this, or I should have done that before I left. Nice. It's like a cave. We went into the cave. Now we're walking out of the cave. I know that's like an oversimplification, but whatever. Hey, Munvarth. He's gone. Okay, next one. Let's go talk to Yngvi.
Walker in the weirdness. I've heard the voice. The members of the Theud tribe are preparing to fall into sleep. Ah, Runa. I suppose that means you simply must tell me whatever it is. Just because it is his wish. He has told you, I hope, how much he longed to become chieftain. He tried everything to be chosen. One of those attempts nearly cost me my life. But among the Theud, ambition is one of the gravest sins. That is why I was chosen as chieftain. I was the only one who did not seek it. I was chosen, as is the way of the Theud. I couldn't refuse. It was the will of the tribe. As for Runa, he would have thrived as an Ulfrite. I have no idea how he managed to pass our trials. Whatever he's asked of you, know this. Runa has his own reasons for stirring up trouble. So tell me, what is it this time?
He's a nutter butter. Yeah. He said that regardless, he would still enter the Sonder, but if they believe that the Sonder is going to basically create a huge force field or shield against the weirdness for the entire Forlorn Swords, then why would he think it's just her being weak, the Moida being weak, and that the people should know their oaths? It honestly doesn't sound like he's a Theud. Because he just, at first he's like, it's gonna kill us, and then he's like, but we're not doing what we're supposed to outside of the dream. The dream is being weak.
Very well. I won't ask for details if you'd rather not share them. I trust your judgment, Walker in the Weirdness. You have set us on the path of dreaming. Is there anything else you need?
He doesn't understand his oaths. By entering the Sonder, he's gonna be helping all the rest of the Theuds. Well, not the Theuds. All the rest of the Doloritas. Where's the last one? There it is. I have to kill her before she becomes a white? What do they have against white people, huh? Hello.
Eithrom.
What the giggles? How do we know she's a white? Ah! Ah! Theud Mystic Gauntlets. theft.
Eithrom.
Okay. And Bodil. Bodil the White. Giant's Barrow. Wow. Ah! Nightblade pants. Okay. Attacks heavily chill enemies. All negative status effects are stronger. Do not mourn our dead, just as in childhood we did not understand sleep, so through life we edge toward its final form. Departure is natural. Life was always a gamble. No torches, no incantations, only silence. and the hum. Do not stay for what follows. Do not look at dead faces, as they turn hollow in the end. Did y'all see what I saw? I saw another path. Down yonder. Hello? Weird stone ore. Flame's Kiss. Your attacks deal 20% extra damage as fire damage? Is that what I saw? Dealing fire damage burns you. We gotta check this out. It looks potentially very strong. I just don't know how strong the burn is, you know? So we'll find out. Watch myself absolutely nuke myself on the first one. Turn myself roast crispy. Because it's based off of my damage, right? So all my damage will be increased by 20% and then added upon the enemy. If it works like that, it's like a multiplicative bonus. So let's say I hit for 100 base, or 300 with crit damage. Then suddenly I'll do like 90 damage. At least that's how I interpret the ring. So I could end up nuking myself for like 90 damage, just hitting something for 300 damage.
I felt it.
What's up, bro?
The weight, it is lifted. Their souls are free, and now there is only one more task to be done. You must send me to her. Wherever Sidara may be, I will follow. And that... more than I have. But listen, my body still clings to this world. The flesh resists what the soul has already accepted. When the moment comes, I may fight. Not because I wish to, but because I am still bound to this place. Still outside Sonder. Do not hesitate. Strike true. And when I am gone, let the wind carry my name to Mother. And yet, if you will not raise your blade, then I must raise mine. Not out of hate, not out of fear. Forgive me.
What a goof.
Hello. Did you manage to... Thank you. I hope he finds a new home, or at least some other ravens to keep him company. And I can already feel my burden lifting. Now I can join Mother and Senya in their chamber.
Go to Father's Spark. You ready to do your duty?
I know I have sinned, but I wanted to redeem myself through sacrifice.
You have come, walker in the weirdness. Jarnsfor, Rune, Alfild, Thrym. You do not yet grasp the weight you have lifted from their shoulders. No matter how great or small their burden, it still bound them, kept them from journeying towards the deepest layer of the dreaming. But now they may step into Mother's chamber, and you shall be granted this privilege as well. After all, this is why you are here, is it not? Do not fear. No harm will come to you in the dreaming.
Oh, okay.
I know that you are expected, Walker. Yes, that is why you will enter Mother's chamber, Walker. The choices that must be made shall be made within. No matter the outcome, you have the gratitude of all Theud. Were it not for you, we could not have embraced the dreaming. We could not have stood before Mother's chamber. You shall see my sister, Senja, and Mother, whose dreams we have shared, and in whose dreams we long to become one. Indeed, the time has come.
Okay. Another one.
I have watched your journey, Walker in Awareness. I saw how you helped the lost Theud children face their burdens, the weight that kept them from entering this chamber. For that, you have my gratitude. But I know you have your own purpose. Now tell me what it is. You seek the legacy of the one who brought so much suffering. I do not know if you come to me searching for pain, truth, or hope. But now I understand. You need the support of the tribes to face what slumbers beneath the earth. Tell me, human child, why? Why should I stop waiting for Ingevi and release her from her journey towards Sonder? Her burden is lifted. She has no reason to remain in a world crumbling into ruin. All for the ambitions of one old man. Rebuilding old myths will not undo the inevitable. The past is a graveyard, Walker. If you keep chasing it, If you keep digging up what was buried long ago, you will find yourself in a grave before long.
Enough. There is no reasoning with the giant's stubborn nature. No matter what you say, she'll keep dragging you deeper into the labyrinth of her mind. That is why I ordered the giants to sleep. Their nature was unpredictable. They reveled in strange manipulations, willing to wager their own lives in primitive bets and frivolous games. And so, I speak. Whatever this one demands, grant it. That is the order of the king to whom you swore fealty.
I was wondering how long you would stay silent, letting the human whose body you stole speak for you. You have lasted surprisingly long. I suppose emptiness and oblivion have taught you some humility. Nevertheless, greetings, Arthur. I am glad I have finally dreamt of this moment. The moment I can tell you, face to face, that everything is your fault. Avalon is falling because you existed. Because you continue to exist. This is also the moment I accuse you of murdering my children. And the children of the other giants. Your human king got to know us well. When he ordered the giants to sleep, he knew that our children could not dream. Dreaming is something giants grow into with age. Having no choice but to obey, we left our children behind in the waking world. Alone, defenseless, condemned to the coldness of death. Cleestra, the child I once held in my arms, never dreamed with me. While I built layer upon layer of my dreaming, she was dying. But I had time. Enough time to dream of Sonder. A place and a state where death holds no power. There, I will dream, Cleestra. I will give shelter to the entire Theud tribe, including Ingavi. I will not abandon any more children to the waking world.
I have made many terrible mistakes during my reign, but I always considered what was best for my people. At least, that was my intention. I wanted to make Avalon our home, free from the plague, free from forces that would seek to oppose us. I thought that my return would restore balance, that I could prevent Avalon's fall.
Your idea of what is good is twisted, Demon King. As for you, mortal, yes, you need the blessing of the tribes to claim the crown. Those were the terms of the sacred pact, but you will have to manage without the Theud. They will all come with me into Sonder. I will care for them as if they were my own children. And I will save them from this world's corruption. What kind of worlds were they, Walker? Were they open to all? Or did they demand a terrible price for the mere chance to exist within them? Whether this is reckless bravado, or blind faith in the king's promises. My stance on Ingavi remains unchanged. Our meeting ends here, Walker. You will have to dream what lies beneath the king's threat without the blessing of the Theud tribe. Leave now and let us dream.
Hmm. Six. At best.
Walker in the weirdness. You return. Welcome. And you won't tell me what she said? Do you want me to oppose Mother if my decision goes against her wishes? No, Walker in the weirdness. I will not allow you to manipulate me. If you refuse to tell me what Mother has asked, I will enter Sonder and ask her myself. Afraid? I never thought of it that way. I always believed I was afraid of the world, not of Mother's will. But now, as you give me a choice, there is something I must confess. Deep down, I've always felt that Sonder was not my destiny. I envied Theud for joining One-Eye's rebellion and getting to see the world. I envied Taranis for his work with the Alchemist's Guild. Now I will have the chance to know real life. But I cannot be the elder of a tribe with no tribe. Perhaps I will join those who refused Mother's call. For the first time in my life, I feel free.
She never wanted to be chieftain.
I don't know how Gerfan will react to an elder without a tribe. But, well, he summoned me, so I will come. There is a reason why the Theud made me their elder. My power, despised by the other Delrida, is truly unrivaled. And on the battlefield, a skilled Theud is worth 10 Volker warriors steeped in Mather's fury. The Theud. We have long been divided between those who follow Mother and those who were deaf to her call. Or at least, that's what we believed. That they were cowards, unfaithful, ungrateful wretches. But I was never convinced by those words. To me, they were simply brothers who dared to walk their own path, even at the cost of eternity. Deep down, I admired them. I am still Theud, and I am young. When I come of age, I can bring more Theud into this world, perhaps even with the help of those who return home one day. I am certain they will be. They will believe what they choose to believe. It will be a new beginning. My role as elder was to guide the Theud of old to the dreaming. But those who come after them will live in the waking world, and I will guide them too. At last, I will be allowed to grow up. And I'll admit, I cannot wait. It's hard to say, but I don't truly care. They will either accept us, or they won't. But who knows? Perhaps this time we will grow closer to them. I've always thought they envied our direct connection to Mother. With Mother gone, perhaps we will finally build a true rapport. I know I will always wonder what Sonder would have been like. And I know my heart will grieve for my kin. But something tells me this path is not closed to me forever. If there truly is a place we go after death, perhaps it is Sonder. That would also align with Runa's claim that Sonder is a trap, and that, in truth, everyone dies before entering Sonder. Maybe he was right. If so, then when I die, my soul will awaken in Sonder. I will see my tribe again. And finally, I will meet Mother. That is what I have decided to believe. See you at the moot, Walker in the Weirdness. Thank you for everything you've done for us.
Well, that was very weird. A very strange interaction, if you ask me. I don't know if I can get in there, so I might have to take this sword bridge up because this stops here. I'll give it a shot. We'll give it the old try. I don't know how to get into that. I might have to drop down or something and then work my way over. This one too. Maybe I'll come from here and then run up. What up, homie?
Halt! No entry, outsider.
I have a pass.
And you've got the seal. Funny how he only remembers us when he needs something.
Multi-pass.
Fine. Go on then, and speak with our chieftain, Angsver. Just try not to piss him or anyone off. The only other way out of this village is a long drop straight down.
Thanks. Multi-pass.
You don't belong here. Mother speaks and I
Multi-pass.
She says you must be tested. Mother is everything. Strength, purpose, the voice that guides us. And you're the trial she set before me. I won't fail her.
Okay, brother. I'm boarding. I don't think he was ready. What do you mean it's stolen? All negative status effects are 50% stronger on your enemies. All negative effects are 50% weaker on you, but last 100% longer. Okay. I bleed. Why are they stolen? Heavy chill. Wow. Ah! Don't need that. Plate. Hello.
Greetings, stranger. I'm Engsvar, the chieftain of the Volkil tribe. What brings you here? Ah, Taig. Taig was a problem. The poor man had gone mad. He claimed to hear Mother's voice, that the goddess was commanding him to fight and die a noble death. Someone would have granted him that death long ago. It would have been kinder than his torment. But defeating a madman in combat brings no honor, so he suffered. And we suffered alongside him. Your act was an act of mercy. It's good that someone finally took it upon themselves to do it. We'll need to inform Helmi, Taig's widow. It's best if you handle it. Offer her your condolences. And don't worry, she'll understand that it had to be done. Really, me, a representative of the madmen forsaken by Mother. Does he think I don't know we're the joke of the other tribes? What? Does he want them to laugh in my face instead of behind my back? An agreement. For centuries, every tribe has only looked out for itself. A single conversation
Isn't going to change
Besides,
that.
with the others there,
We'll never be treated as equals. That's just the way it has always been.
that's what we are in the eyes of the other Dalrita. Sure, they respect our berserker's fury, when it's not too frequent. And when it
Happens to serve their battles.
but
But
deep
deep
down,
down,
they see it as madness. They're afraid that in our...
in our rage will make a
Unfortunately,
mistake.
I must refuse. The vocal tribe will not join the moot. We have...
You have your own issues to attend to.
There is one thing, but I'm not sure you can do much about it. It's embarrassing to ask an outsider for help, but I have no other choice. Not far from the village
There's a hill that used to be the seat of our elders. At least, it was. Until bandits moved in and likely killed everyone there. They've destroyed the bridge, fortified the stronghold, and now they sit there, practically spitting in our faces. We did. We lost too many good warriors. We underestimated them. On top of that, many Volkir left to join One Eye. So our numbers are thin. We don't even have our Berserker potion. We lost it, along with Mother's Grace. I know. We've fallen far. Once, we were a proud tribe. Now, we're stuck watching petty thugs parade around our own land. Mother is clearly showing us what she thinks of us.
It sounds like a test, brother.
Yes, but if my warriors couldn't do it, I don't expect you to manage it alone. Still, maybe if you could sneak in there somehow and... I don't know. Either way, anyone who helps drive those dogs off our land will be rewarded. I appreciate your courage, though I hope it is courage, and not just foolish bravado.
We're gonna find out, shan't we? Your husband was a loon.
Oh, Tiga, what have you done? Why did you leave me like this? So brave, yet so foolish. What am I supposed to do now? Oh, you startled me. Barging into a Delrida woman's house without knocking. You're lucky to still be breathing. Wait, you're the one who gave him a good death, aren't you? I'm Helmi. Yes, Tiga was my husband. And I suppose I should thank you. I'm only sorry that Tiga is gone. But I am grateful to you. You acted honorably, allowing him to challenge you. No one else was willing to do it. The Delrida think fighting a madman is dishonorable, as if madness could be caught like a sickness. Madder, help me, it's utter nonsense. My poor Tiga. He'd be the first I'd like to kill. But without my husband and without my calling, I don't know what would happen to me if they cast me out. Well, I'll manage somehow. I've survived one heartbreak with Meder. I'll survive another. Now, please, just leave me alone. I don't believe Meder was speaking to him. And I know what I'm talking about. Before I got married, my greatest dream was to become the Volker matron. But I believe that he believed it. That's why they thought he was mad. If I had become a priestess, Tiga would still be alive. I would have loved him from afar, but at least he'd still be here. It's hard not to. Maybe there was something I could have done. Maybe I missed some symptoms, signs that his illness was getting worse. It's nice of you to try and comfort me, but I need to deal with my grief on my own. Though I'll admit, right now, I'd gladly kill half of my tribe. Especially those who refuse to grant him a good death. I'd be lying if I said it's the dream of every little Volker girl. It's the most respected position for a woman in our tribe. But it's also the heaviest responsibility. If Meder's voice truly exists, it doesn't speak with words. You feel it in your soul. It's a calling. And her voice was screaming inside me. I truly wanted to give myself to her, but the elders decided I wasn't fit for the role. And then there was Tiga. whom I learned to love in time. Easy or not, it was my calling. And I truly believed I was the right choice. But the elders said I was too hot-headed to bear that responsibility. Me? Hot-headed? Can you believe that?
Yes.
I'm just being honest. There's nothing wrong with wearing your heart on your sleeve. If every Dilrida was as honest as I am, our tribes would have united and supported each other long ago.
Really?
No one's going to try and convince me otherwise. Maybe he was. He definitely hadn't been himself lately. You see, my Tega was never a particularly pious man. I sent him to appease Mother with an offering once when my health began to fail. I won't lie. I was frustrated with my own weakness because going to the temple had always been both my duty and my joy. But Tega went there because he loved me deeply. That's when it all started. I recovered, but he kept going to the temple. Sometimes multiple times a day. He said Mother was speaking to him and that it was his duty to listen to her. He said the fate of our marriage and the fate of all the Volker depended on it. The problem was he started taking all the food we had and we began to go hungry. That's when the real arguments started. So what fate of our marriage was he even talking about? Now that I think about it, it was such a stupid reason to fight. I should have gone with him, find out what he was talking about. But what's done is done. Tega's dead. Go ahead if you want to. I've been there myself, but Mother didn't say a word to me, as you can probably imagine. But who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe there really is something that reveals itself only to the chosen. If you find it, kill it for me, and take his memory.
Okay, what are the chances that it was basically because of her regret of not becoming the priestess? Because she wasn't able to become a priestess while they were married, right? I don't know, man. Not like it doesn't seem like it wouldn't be a thing.
Ah, so you're the one who lit up this sad old pillar. You almost caused a stir among those sad lumps. Almost. So, I guess you're not exactly what they've been waiting for. But you've certainly piqued my curiosity. This tribe. Once hailed as mighty warriors. Now they're just sitting around, waiting for someone to save them. If it's not their matron they're hoping for, then it's for the pillar to flood the village in scarlet light. They've lost their purpose and are desperate for someone to give it back to them. That's what they call their priestess. She disappeared long ago and never returned. The Volker claim she took Mater's favor with her, leaving them cursed. They act like a spoiled child whose mother suddenly got cross with them, and they can't understand what is happening. It should be amusing, but somehow it's not. That's a good question. The pillar reacted to me when I first arrived, although very faintly. And now it's reacting to you for some undeniably fascinating reasons I'd love to hear about. But here's the real puzzle. Why does the pillar respond to creatures touched by the weirdness? And what exactly are they waiting for if nothing is ever enough? I doubt even Ansvar could answer that, but you should ask him anyway. I'm quite curious to hear what he'll tell you. Meet me later at the temple, fellow sister in the weirdness. I have a feeling we'll have plenty to talk about.
Okay. Geetha's shop, huh? Let's see what she has to offer.
Come closer, dearie. My, what a pretty lass you are. And all the way out here in the Forlorn Swords. You're not in trouble, are you, dearie? Not running from someone? Yeah, you can tell, Lord Githa. There are many ways I could help. Well, that depends. I used to travel with merchant caravans as a mercenary, you see. Sometimes a good beating and a few sharp words were all it took. Give a heavy-handed husband a taste of his own medicine. Often turned out they were just raised that way, didn't know any better. But they could learn. But then there were others, the ones with cruelty in their blood. For them, well, I am Volker. But my mother was Svein. I know what the forest gives and what it takes. My kin might not call it honourable, but I wasn't dealing with honourable folk either. Not personally. Not often, at least. I'd give those poor girls what they needed and say, if he does it again, you know what to do. I left it in their hands, and in their husbands too. It was their own fault if they were too keen on curling them into fists. You must understand. They'd come to me with black eyes, covered in welts and bruises. It made my blood boil. Was I supposed to turn them away?
I know who she is.
Aye, ever since I was little, I wanted to see the world. I tried joining the Stone Wardens, but I've got two left hands when it comes to their craft. So, I did what many young Del Reader do when they want a taste of freedom. I became a mercenary. I loved the road, but then the years started catching up to me, so I came back and set up my shop. Hush, no, this is my home. Always has been. I bore a son and daughter here. Left them to be raised by their fathers into proper Volker. But I came back from time to time to visit. I always knew I'd return one day. But it was when I met my grandchildren that I truly knew it was time to leave wandering behind. If all the Volker you've met were like this sorry lot, then I'm not surprised I seem like the odd one out. I remember the feasts we used to have, the celebrations. Any excuse was good enough. Then I left for a couple of decades and came back to this. We were never the cheeriest folk, but now it's like they've all got a frost grot up their arses. I do sometimes, but these days I'm content just reading about it. Oh, which reminds me, I've been waiting for my journal to be delivered. I heard from a friend that they wrote an article about me. But everything arrives late in this blasted village, which is be so kind as to check the road and see if the merchant is on the way. Ah, thank you, dearie. You're a sweet one, aren't you? Yes, dearie. Thank you, my sweet. Here, take this for your trouble. Now, I know what I'll be reading before bed. you've read the article. Now I really do need to catch up on it. Ah, thank you, dearie. And it isn't print after all. That counts for something, eh? But I'm a Volker. Change is like a mother's anger. It comes and goes. And in the end, no one remembers what started it.
All right. Warborn boots, eh? Reduces stamina cost by 20%. Compared to physical damage. What is this? A back entrance. I guess this must be it.
Hello again, fellow outsider. Welcome to the heart of the Volkers. Why, chasing mysteries, of course. You know what I find the most fascinating about the Volker? Almost all of them carry the faint scent of the weird. The traces of it run through their veins, like tiny sparks lighting them from within. That caught my curiosity, so here I am, trying to satisfy it. Other than their famous battle rage being less about their goddess's wrath and more about the weirdness churning behind these doors? Not much, sadly. The mysteries just keep piling up as they always do. Speaking of which, there's something I want to ask you. You're not one of my kin, yet you almost feel like one. It's a bit distracting. Tell me, what's your secret? I did say almost, didn't I? I may not know every Pict on Avalon, but I know my own when I see them.
Storm Piercer. Fighter. Fungi. Summon Remor, a warrior. Mystic Ward. Searing Cinder. Divine Grace. Okay.
It's all...
Let's start with this one then. I have a feeling we will end up working our way around. Oh no! How would you get around? We go up there. Going down. Those are pretty quick. Elevator pass. Maybe that's a druid shrine. Halvrin. Ah! Frozen cave.
It's magic. And my fellow companions, they're waiting. Pour the magic into me, feed me with the glow. Or they're waiting for the passage to open. I don't... My fellow...
Okay. I could go around and then over, but let's see if this goes in there too. The Unstoppable. Restores stamina. 50 stamina after killing an enemy. Okay. Buttons. Wow. Uh-oh.
Take that, fools! You're right, Robin! You're no match for our band. This is my luck. You're no match for our band. You're no match for our band. This is my lucky day. I've taken down bigger folks. Take that, fool! You'll regret this!
Bandito's armor. How did they lose to a bunch of banditos? Okay. Seat of the Elders.
You're in for a world of hurt!
Another boss up here.
What's about ya?
Down he goes. Burning and cooling axe. Attacks heavily burn and cool. Down he goes. Quite literally, huh? Come here. Brother! What did you fucking hit me with, dude? Hmm? Ridiculous. does that keep happening, dude? Must be some bug with the burn damage.
What's that noise? Your well is ours. You're only making me angrier. Golly. Ah. Okay. You're in for a world of hurt. You're only making...
Owned. I think I'm gonna go this way. Try and find the teleport to that. Close enough, right? Remorse Cave. Is that meteorite? It's to the Gunvalder Ancestral Cave. Hey! Let's see if I've got the space. No, I do not. Unfortunately, we do not have the space. Look at all the arrows I got. Increases damage by 15% if enemy is burning. Twin Cast Twig has a 50% chance to duplicate all magic projectiles shot. Basically like a 50% chance to double your damage. It's actually really sick. Pretty good two-hander too. Looks like his wheel.
Don't tell me. Let it stay between you and Mother. I feel she has a hand in this. Thank you for stepping up for us. I promised a hefty reward, and now it's yours. And since Mother helped with reclaiming the seat of the elders, maybe her grace will also guide us with the matter of the empty temple. Frigg, the matron who served there, disappeared one fateful day. We searched everywhere, but it was no use. It was like she vanished into thin air. The sacred totem of Mother, passed down from matron to matron, disappeared with her. Without it, we can't appoint a successor, and the temple has remained empty ever since. You're right. Only a matron can brew the sacred potion that allows us to enter the battle frenzy. Without it, the Vulgar tribe isn't worth much. It's hard to blame her. She left after the massacre of Gunvalder. Her daughter was with a man from that tribe, and was in the village when it happened. Frigg was furious that we didn't come to their aid. But tell me, would anyone have helped us if the situation had been reversed? Of course not. I've spent years questioning whether I made the right decision back then. Even now, I don't have an answer, and I no longer have the strength to dwell on it. We gave up searching for her a long time ago. It's pointless. Mother made her judgment clear, but if you're set on trying anyway, speak with Bride. He'll know more than I do.
Okay.